What's happening, people? AJAX, the humanist on the scene. Now, recently I made a video talking about this cop who was going 65 on a 400-mile-per-hour street, ended up hitting and killing two teens when he wasn't responding to a call. And like I got a whole bunch of different feedback, so on and so forth. Like a bunch of people said, like, right, agree with me. And then there's other people who are like, you're an idiot, you have no idea what you're talking about, blah blah blah, and then a whole bunch of other stupid crap. That's for these people. Now, and it's actually no, it's for everybody. I'll give you, and this is just like a representation of how I understand the authority system in general. Now, with cops, I don't consider them bad at all. I think cops are a very necessary uh, profession within today's society. And the thing is, though, that a lot of cops don't become cops to help people. They become cops to help their ego. And what I mean by this is like most of them, or a lot of them, became cops because they were like the high school jockhead superstar, and then ended up getting out of high school and realized that their perspective was completely worthless and they pretty much had nothing to offer society. So instead of developing a personality and an intellect, they decided, I'm just going to go work for the authority, carry a gun, and be able to use it because of the fact I work for the authority. And people are going to have to kiss my ass because I have a badge and a gun. And these cops are dangerous because of the fact they became cops for all the wrong reasons. Now, the cops to which I like and I think they should get paid more are the cops that say, you know what? I want to be in a position where I can help people on a daily basis. I love those cops to death. I think they should get paid more, and we should give them every inch of respect that we have because they deserve it. But there are some cops that, like I said, became cops to help their ego, not people. Now, if you can understand the difference between the two, good job. I'm glad you're following. Now, if you can't, just think about it for a second. Now, the thing about cops is they're the lowest level of the authority system. They have almost no influence on the trial pretty much, unless they give like an opinion or they come to the trial and say this or that. They can influence, but they don't control it. The jury and the judge controls it. But then again, the jury pretty much doesn't control jack shit anymore. They just, offer up their opinion. And you're maybe thinking, no, the jury has a lot to do. Today's laws are so strict that it's really hard to get any wiggle room out of it. And that's when I come to my main topic and main points. Three things that the authority system always does: eliminate the X factors, eliminate the gray areas, and increase the area to which it governs. Now, eliminating the X factor, you may be asking, what does that mean, eliminating the X factor? It means taking the people that are more likely to go against the understanding and the rule of law that has been presented by the police or the authority system. So, like, Malcolm X, for example, or Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King got arrested multiple times, but never once led a violent protest. The whole reason because of this is because he was a person to which was bringing dissent against the current system, and the system doesn't want dissent because of the fact they need to have ultimate law. They need to have it so that automatically, if you step out of line, they can throw your ass in jail with no reason besides the fact that you stepped out of line. Now, I'll bring in my second point. They want to eliminate the gray areas. Now, there's certain areas to which, is right, is wrong, and there's in between. The authority system does not want any in between. The in between is the shit they hate because it lets people get off on, certain stuff or get off on crimes that, were less of a crime. And the reason they hate this is because it kind of brings into questioning about their ultimate power and their ultimate structure of the system. So pretty much if you can get off for a crime or get a lot less or reduce crime, then automatically it shows that the system is in some way or form weak or weaker. And they hate that. They can't stand it. They despise it. And the reason they despise, and when I say they, I don't mean people in general by any means. I'm talking about the system itself. The system has a level, it has a nature to which it functions because of the fact that it's used to put it's put in a position of authority over people. So it has to outlast people. So I was saying, nature of the system. The system hates it because of the fact that it wants it. So if you ever step over that imaginary line or the line to which they've drawn in the sand, they can throw your ass in an instant. If you put a toe over it, they want to be able to throw you away because of the fact that the people who speak dissent or go against the system's rule in any way, shape, or form are people that the authority considers a threat because of the fact that automatically when they see it, they see them that automatically don't follow every law. So they think, they don't follow this law, they don't follow that law. Maybe it's going to catch on, maybe other people will stop following the law. So there is kind of like a fear-based anger. And then, like I said, the third thing that the authority system does is try to increase the area to which it governs. So try to, work its hand in different areas of people's lives so it can govern other people better because of the fact that's what it needs to do because of the fact, like I said, it doesn't want you to step over the areas. So it wants to increase the areas to which, is where the lines are so you don't step over anything. And if you do step over it, what their level of acceptance is, they can throw you away. Because like I was saying, they don't want people who speak dissent of any type in the system because they think more people are going to start speaking dissent and going against it. And I guess you could consider me one of those people, but I don't speak dissent like we should have guns, we should go out and kill everybody. I'm about like caring. I mean, I think people should care about each other. That's my main issue. But the truth is, like, the war on drugs is completely ignorant crap that I automatically have no respect for, and I think it should go away. Honestly, because I mean, if this is truly a war on drugs, we've been losing this since it's been started because every year more people get arrested for drugs. So the war on drugs, we've been losing this completely and totally. And like, but the system, and this is the other thing I realized, the system needs certain areas or certain items of perspective, well, certain items to which are deemed undesirable and certain perspectives which bring people to understanding that they're better than others. And maybe asking why. Because just like in Germany with Hitler, he had to use the Jews as the scapegoat because the whole German population knew the Jews, and if they were a small enough minority to which they could be pointed at like they're the problem. You're food, you're hungry, kids can't go to school, you're broke, you don't have a job, it's the Jews. So they're a minority. So the German people felt like I'm a higher person, I'm a better person because I'm not a Jew. And so that's the reason the system got so strong, so aggressive so quickly was because of the fact that all these people be grouped in the understanding and perspective like we are the shit, we're the best thing out here. The Jews are like the rats and all this, they're vile and all this other bull crap. So they did this to put themselves on a higher position. It's the same thing with the war on drugs because the people come to an understanding like I don't do drugs, I'm a better person for not doing drugs. The people who do drugs are bad people and they are undesirable. I don't want to be around them. They're automatically, they're criminals. So we shouldn't have anything. So the system gets people on a hierarchy to come into a level of compliance with the system because of the fact they see the rules of law going along with their own perspective, even though there's a ton of people who follow the laws completely but might smoke weed every now and again. But the thing is that those are only free thinking people, and that's the other thing, the system doesn't want free thinking people because it brings up more questions about the legitimacy of their rules. And they hate that. And the last thing, they want to put you into a level of ignorance. They don't want you to question. They don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to follow blindly. Because what the system truly wants, honestly wants, it wants you to live and die with causing no trouble for the system. That's what the system wants you to do. It really does. Because it outlasts you your grandpa dead, system outlasts them. They want you to live and die without causing any trouble. That's the reason we lock up so many people. We lock up more people in America than any other country around the world. All these evil communist countries, yeah, they lock up less people. Think about how fair and balanced that is. Now, I'm not saying that America is a horrible. I love America. I think America is a great country. I also think that we've gone far away from our previous understanding of freedom because we just have a level of acceptances. And as second the system deems those acceptances unacceptable, they're going to be taken away. Guaranteed. So hear what I'm saying, peace, love, respect, all that other jazz, and stay up. And really, hear what I'm saying and ask yourself, am I wrong because I'm wrong, or am I wrong because you just can't comprehend or just disagree with what I'm saying because of the fact that you've held a certain perspective and understanding for so long that it just hurts to think about anything outside of that. Peace.